If you're dealing with stuff like bloating, constipation, or just that feeling that your digestion is off, you are definitely not alone. But the great news is that simple, science-backed foods can make a massive difference, not just for your gut, but for your immunity and even your mood. So today, we are breaking down 7 super powerful foods that can help heal your gut and really, truly transform your health. All right, to kick things off, let's start with one incredible number. A number that really puts the importance of your gut into sharp perspective. That number? It's 70%. Think about that. A huge majority, a full 70% of your body's most critical defense system is all packed into one place. Any guesses where that might be? Yep, 70% of your entire immune system lives right there, in your gut. This is exactly why healing your digestive system can completely transform your overall health. It's like the command center for your body's defenses. A healthy gut is, without a doubt, the bedrock of a healthy body. So when we say the guts, what we're really talking about is the gut microbiome. That's the trillions of tiny organisms living inside you that are essential for digesting your food, producing vitamins, and literally training your immune system. And here's something you really need to keep in mind. This amazing community tends to become less diverse after age 45, which makes it even more important to actively support it. You have probably heard the phrase, your gut is your second brain, right? Well, it's not just a cool saying, it's a biological fact. The two are physically and chemically connected. Get this, your gut produces about 90% of your body's serotonin. That's the feel-good chemical that directly impacts your mood and your stress levels. It's wild. So, how do we support this second brain of ours? Well, we start by calling in the reinforcements. Let's talk about the probiotic powerhouses. First up, probiotics. The easiest way to think of them is as the good guys, the live, beneficial bacteria that help bring balance back to your gut. Their job is to crowd out the bad bacteria, help strengthen your intestinal wall, and support that all-important immune system we just talked about. And you can find these guys in some seriously delicious fermented foods. Things like yogurt with life cultures, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi. These are hands down some of the most potent ways to get those good bacteria into your system. Now, yogurt is a great start, for sure. But if you really want to level up, you gotta look at kefir. Think of it as yogurt's way more powerful cousin. A good yogurt might have a few strains of good bacteria, but kefir can have dozens. Some studies show up to 61 different strains. That diversity is a total game changer because a more diverse microbiome is a more resilient and healthy microbiome.
Okay, one super important pro tip for things like sauerkraut and kimchi. You have to buy them from the refrigerated section. And make sure the label says unpasteurized. See, pasteurization uses heat, and that heat kills off all those live beneficial probiotics you're going after in the first place.
So how much should you actually be eating?
This is fascinating. Recent research found that eating just 6 small servings of fermented foods a day can significantly boost the diversity of your gut microbiome and lower inflammation in your body in just a few weeks. And a serving isn't huge. We're talking a tablespoon of kimchi here, a small glass of kefir there. It all adds up fast. Okay, so we've brought in the good bacteria. Awesome. But now we've got to feed them and soothe the whole system. That's our next mission. And this is where prebiotics come in. Here's the best way to think about it. If probiotics are the seeds you plant in your gut garden, then prebiotics are the fertilizer. They're special fibers that your body can't digest, which makes them the perfect food for your good gut bacteria, helping them grow strong and multiply. And the best part is, prebiotic foods are super easy to find. We're talking about delicious, everyday stuff like garlic, onions, asparagus, bananas that are still a little green, oats, and apples. Just working these into your meals is an incredibly powerful way to fuel all those good microbes. Now, beyond just feeding the good bacteria, we also want to actively soothe and heal the lining of our gut. And for that job, 2 foods are absolute rock stars: bone broth and ginger. So here's how they work. Bone broth is loaded with something called glutamine. It's an amino acid that basically acts like fuel for the cells that line your intestines, helping to repair and strengthen that gut barrier. And ginger? It's a superstar for getting rid of bloating. It helps speed up how fast food moves out of your stomach, and it's a powerful anti-inflammatory. Next up, let's give your digestion a little natural boost with nature's own enzymes. Tropical fruits like papaya and pineapple have these things called papain and bromelain. They are fantastic at helping your body break down proteins more easily, which can really help with that heavy, bloated feeling you might get after a big meal. So we have all of these amazing foods, but how do we put it all together into a simple plan you can actually start using, like today? Honestly, it's way simpler than you might think. For breakfast, you could have some kefir or yogurt with a sprinkle of those prebiotic-rich flax seeds. For lunch, just add a tablespoon of sauerkraut to your salad. A warm cup of bone broth makes for a perfect afternoon snack. And for dinner, just cook with those powerhouse prebiotics like garlic and onions. Easy.
And look, the most important principle here really is consistency over perfection. You don't have to eat all 7 of these foods every single day. The goal is just to consistently include several of them throughout your week. You do that, and you can start to notice real, positive changes in as little as 2 to 4 weeks. So I'll leave you with this one thought. Every single time you eat, you're making a choice. You're not just feeding your body. You are feeding the trillions of microbes that regulate your immunity, your energy, and your mood. So the real question is, are you feeding your second brain?
And of course, just a friendly reminder that all of this is for informational purposes and it isn't medical advice. It's always a great idea to chat with your doctor before you make any big changes to your diet, especially if you have any pre-existing health conditions.
Thank you for being here with me today. Remember, small choices create big changes. Keep nourishing your health with love and consistency. See you in the next Vital Elixir video.